Yo, what's good, my forgotten enthusiasts? Back with another video. Today we got 3 disturbing true Christmas horror stories by the one and only Mr. Nightmare. Hey man, I haven't seen this video yet, but I want to try my best. I don't know if I can to upload like a Christmas reaction, either Christmas horror stories, Christmas, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But I want to try and upload a Christmas reaction video every day. Like some way Christmas theme. I'm gonna try for the rest of December, or for the rest of the days till the Christmas. But hey, let's get to it. Man, I already know some motherfuckers are gonna be pissed. Like, bro, these don't even be scary for real. They just be pissing me off how dumb the motherfuckers are in the stories. Like,
my immediate family always hosted Christmas when I was younger. At the time, we lived on the upper level of a two-family house. My parents owned the house and rented the bottom floor out to multiple tenants throughout the years. Christmas time of 2012, a new tenant had just moved in downstairs.
okay.
He was a quiet-seeming 30-something-year-old male, and quiet was the kind of tenant my parents were looking for. Unfortunately, a few days into him moving in downstairs, there would be a lot of noises at off hours of the night. Like, for example, the front door would open and shut numerous times throughout the night, and sometimes there would be loud talking, in some instances yelling. My dad went downstairs one night to see what the commotion was, and to ask him to keep the noise down. That was the start of my dad's suspicions about that guy.
That's a pretty house, man. That's a pretty decorated house.
Downstairs. Fast forward to Christmas Eve night. We had the whole family over, dining room table stretched out with all 20 seats taken. My Uncle Jake is a heavy smoker, so he goes outside to smoke several times throughout the night.
Damn.
After our main course, Uncle Jake went outside for yet another smoke.
Damn, Unc!
He mistakenly left his phone on the table, however. And when it rang a few times after he went outside, my dad ordered me to go run his phone to him outside. So I grabbed his flip phone and ran it down the stairs. However, before I went out the front door, I stopped and noticed the back door was open. See, when you walk into the house, there's a little hallway with 3 doors. One door which led to the downstairs apartment, the front door, and then a hallway that stretched to the back door. The back door was open, so I figured my uncle went out back. The phone was still ringing, so I hurried to the backyard to find my uncle, but he didn't seem to be back there. Just when I was about to give up, I heard someone in the shed, and the shed door was open. I called for my uncle, and someone came out of the shed. It was too dark to see him, but I was pretty sure it was my uncle. He started walking over to me fast. At first, I assumed because he wanted to answer his phone in time, but when he got close enough to the lights from inside of the house, I could see his face. It wasn't my uncle, but rather the tenant from downstairs.
Oh, nah, bro.
For some reason...
Why did y'all even let that dumbass motherfucker move in if he's being loud? Like, bro, kick him out! Kick his dumbass out, man. The fuck?
He was approaching me, I found intimidating, so I turned and ran for the door. I slammed it in that man's face and went to the front yard, where I found my Uncle Jake smoking. I stood by him and told him about the downstairs tenant, and how he seemingly just charged at me. My uncle is the kind of guy to not really take things I say seriously, or he's just not that kind of person to confront someone. I stayed with him until he finished his smoke because I was uncomfortable. Then we walked back upstairs to the dinner table together, where I told my dad about the tenant in the shed and how he followed me. There was a silence at the table, and my dad seemed a little concerned, but I guess he didn't want to ruin the remainder of our Christmas dinner, so he waited until we were done to check outside. When he came back up, he said the neighbor wouldn't answer his door, but that the shed outside was shut. A couple hours later, the last of our family left, and my immediate family started getting ready for bed. I stayed up in the living room by the fire and tree because I liked the lighting the two gave off. I watched a Christmas movie, and I guess I nodded off at some point while watching it. However, I do remember waking up suddenly from a kind of half-sleep, and hearing a creaking on the stairs.
Oh, fuck no.
I was too tired to move from my laying position, plus I assumed it was just my mom, dad, or sister. Not to mention our giant Christmas tree blocked my view of the stairs. We had all carpeted floors upstairs, so I couldn't hear whoever it was roaming around. But I heard a door down the hall open, probably my sister going back to bed. By now the fire seemed to be almost dead, and the movie I was watching was over. The clock under the TV read 1 in the morning. I figured I'd just stay on the couch at that point because I was so comfortable. A few minutes later, I heard something rustling by the tree. It sounded like an ornament fell off of it.
Oh, bro. Hey, you're
Someone
still
had
not getting
definitely
up, you
walked into
lazy
it.
ass motherfuckers. You too comfortable to get up, man. Fuck you, bro. Well, these motherfuckers be pissing me the fuck off. I swear to God, like, you too comfy, man. Too comfy to get up. Bro, I don't be getting y'all, bro. I don't be getting y'all.
I flipped on my side and looked at the tree.
You
was
lazy
as still
ass.
as
Get
it
your
always
ass
was,
up,
though.
man. Check what's going
I
on.
flipped back on my other side, eyes still open, and saw a man standing over me, bending slightly. Of course, initially my first reaction was to scream.
I would've-
My second reaction was to analyze the face to see if it was my father. And when I realized it wasn't my father, rather the downstairs
I
tenant,
would've punched
screamed
bro,
even
man.
louder.
Fuck that shit.
The man tried to cover my mouth, but at that point I think he realized it was too late. Everyone heard me. He ran for the stairs just as my dad stormed out of his room. My dad chased after him, but he was already driving down the street.
I said,
I
man, what
think when he
the
was
fuck?
standing over me, he was making sure I was asleep before robbing the place or something. Fortunately for us, my parents had copies of his ID and other important information, which my parents used to find him and sue him for breaking and entering. And we won the case in a landslide. Don't let that take away from the fact that it was still an
I don't
insanely
even know why
scary
y'all let
thing to
him.
go through.
I don't even know why y'all let that motherfucker stay there, bro. Didn't y'all own the house? Y'all rented it out to that bitch? Like, hell no, man. Like, you should have been kicked the motherfucker out.
It was Christmas Eve of 2015. I had recently gotten a new job as a psychiatric nurse, but I had to start with the overnight shifts, and that included Christmas Eve night, which was a Thursday. Well, technically it was a Friday by the time I arrived to work. But anyway, most of my shifts are slow and boring, with a lot of sitting around a computer for most of the night, since most of the patients are asleep during the hours that I was there. Occasionally I'd have to check on patients and observe their behavior, or deal with patients who would become restless in the middle of the night. Dealing with so many people with mental disabilities at once was a lot to take in at first, but the Christmas decorations scattered throughout the building brought a little extra cheer to the place. At night, the main lights in the hallways go out and a dim set of lights turn on. These dim lights mixed with the Christmas lights that had been hung up all over the place created a more relaxed, comfortable setting. There was one particular patient who had been creeping me out. Her name was Abatha. She was an old, sickly lady with severe schizophrenia. She oftentimes would mumble to herself incomprehensible things, and sometimes she'd say things out loud that I'd assume were directed at me, but she'd just be talking to herself. It was about 3 in the morning when I went to go check on Abatha,
Bro,
who had been awake.
hey, whoever can work at a place like that, like a mental hospital, bro, I give you your props, fam, because I couldn't do that shit, bro. That would piss me off, bro. I can't do mental illness, motherfuckers screaming and shit, bro. Fuck all that. I don't want to deal with that shit. Like, y'all motherfuckers be working at those mental hospitals. They have to be paying y'all good. They should be paying y'all good. Y'all gotta deal with these mentally ill fucks, man. I don't give a fuck, bro. I ain't working at that shit. I don't hear no motherfuckers screaming like every 30 seconds, fam. Fuck that.
The whole night.
I'm not trying to be rude either. Like, mental illness and all that. I just couldn't deal with that. I couldn't. It would get me angry, like, genuinely.
I came in and asked if she needed anything, and she just looked at me with a horrific smile and laughed. It gave me chills because I felt like I was witnessing something from a scary movie. She looked away from me and started muttering something.
Oh,
I didn't understand most of it, but the words that did pop out to me were, "Check the bathroom." I asked her to repeat herself, but she didn't acknowledge me. She just turned to her side and rested her head on the pillow. I tried to get her to confirm she wanted me to check the bathroom, but she wouldn't answer now.
Man, fuck her, bro.
So I checked the bathroom across from her bed in her room, but as I expected, there was nothing out of the ordinary.
Why would you even check that
I
shit?
left her room and went back to my desk in the hall. Then I looked at the bathroom door across from my desk. My curiosity got the better of me, so I went into the bathroom, but the lights wouldn't turn on.
Bro,
I stood by
doing
the
all
doorway
that
listening for a
investigating,
moment,
bro.
and I heard breathing and then a click sound from one of the stalls.
Oh,
I went to get the door stopper from behind the desk and wedged it under the bathroom door so that the light from the hall would let me see at least a little bit into the bathroom. I got on my knees and checked under the stalls from a distance. No feet could be seen in either of the stalls, though. One stall of the two had its door shut, though. I went up to it and stuck my eye through the crack of the door. It was really dark.
Bro.
I felt like I could see something at the back of the stall. I got back down on my knees to look under the door, but when I did, I couldn't see what I thought I just saw. I got back up and took one more look through the crack of the door, and there was someone's face right on the other side, peeking through the crack just as I was.
Nah, that gives me the chills, bro. I'm not even
to the
gonna
floor
lie.
in fright, but managed to run to the door and slam it shut. I grabbed the key from the desk and locked the bathroom door. I told another nurse that there was someone in the bathroom, but when we checked together, not only did the lights now work, the stalls were both open, and no one was inside either of them. It was impossible for someone to have left the room. I locked the door. That night, before my shift ended, I tried to question Abatha about what was in the bathroom, but she wouldn't answer me. Just as I gave up and walked to the door with my jacket on, I heard her say, "Merry Christmas."
Oh,
I turned and saw her giving me a smile. Only the smile didn't give me a good feeling.
bro, leave that job.
There was
Man.
something unsettling about it. I had to turn and leave. I had to work with Abatha for a few more weeks before she was transferred to another center for hospice care.
Good,
To
man.
this day, I still feel there was a connection between Abatha and whatever I saw in that bathroom. It's literally just one of those stories I just can't even try to understand or rationalize, but it still haunts me.
There's some mental motherfuckers out there, bro. And this mental illness shit's it's crazy, bro. Like, people really, it's wild, man. I really have no words. That's some scary shit.
Last year for Christmas, I wanted to do something new with my girlfriend. We just got a new apartment together last year and still live in it to this day. It was our first Christmas in the apartment, however, and neither of us had ever cut down our own tree. So I came up with the idea to go cut down our own tree. Luckily, we live in New
fuck all
Hampshire,
that.
so spruce trees happen to grow in our state.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
My girlfriend Tristan and I took a short road trip on a snowy evening to a forest full
Fuck
of
all
spruce
that,
trees.
cuz I ain't cutting
I chose
down
to
no
go while-
tree, bro. I got artificial one. You know what I'm saying? That's where I crossed the line, bro. I ain't cutting no tree, bro. I swear to God.
It was snowing because I felt it made the whole experience more Christmassy. I pulled my pickup truck up into what appeared to be a small opening on the side
You're
of the
gonna
road.
cut a tree in the snow,
It was
bro?
hard to tell given that there was snow on the ground. I heard gravel crunching under the tires as I pulled off the road. It was a perfect place to leave the truck while Tristan and I went to find a tree. We were in a very hilly part of the state, so we had to do a lot of uphill walking. Unfortunately, my girlfriend was complaining a lot. She didn't
Man.
seem to find our little field trip to be as fun of an idea as
Why
I
you
did.
don't bring her, dumbass,
We pressed
man?
on uphill through
Keep that dumbass bitch at home, bro. Like,
the snow,
Complaining.
searching for
Oh,
a
that
small
pissed
enough
me off,
spruce
man.
tree that could fit in our living room. Most of the trees we were finding were too big.
bro, if I'm doing something like that, bro, I don't want no dumbass bitch complaining the whole time. Like, bitch, shut up! Ain't gonna lie to you, bitch.
Eventually, we found that
Fuck is
perfect
wrong with
one,
you?
though, just the right size. I gave the tree one good pat and shake before I lifted the axe I was carrying into the air and began chopping away at the trunk. The trunk was relatively skinny, so after a bunch of good hits, the tree toppled over with one good kick. Of course, I wouldn't be carrying it alone, and I'd prefer not to drag it all the way down the hill through the snow, so I asked Tristan to grab the top end while I grabbed the trunk. Then she suddenly complained that she didn't have gloves.
Oh my.
There was an extra pair in the car. I didn't realize she didn't bring them, though.
This dumbass bitch didn't bring her. Oh, bro, I swear, bro. Y'all women be pissing me the fuck off, man. Let me chill.
Threw her the keys and told her to hurry back to the
Bro,
trunk.
you
and
gave
get
this
the-
dumbass bitch your keys? Bro, that's him, fuck around, leave your ass there. Bro, I guarantee you some, fam. I'm not giving nobody my car keys, bro. Nobody. Not even my own parents. Nobody gets my car key. Maybe my parents. My parents could get the car keys, but nah, nobody else though. You ain't getting my car keys, man. Stop. We're gonna have to walk back over the truck. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you really let this bitch take your car keys, fam? She finna leave your your truck key. She finna leave your dumb ass there. Hell nah, bro. I'll be damned. Like, y'all be trusting these girls too much, bro. Like, fuck that shit, man. I got trust issues. I ain't giving no bit of the car keys. You got me fucked up. Like, bro, that shit just pissed me off, bro. You really gave this dumbass bitch your car keys. After she's complaining the whole time, she'd fuck around, leave your ass over there in the fucking cold, up in the woods, bruh. That's tough.
The gloves. She ran off back down the hill.
And she ran, too. Nah, bro, you're a dumb motherfucker, man. Simp-ass motherfucker.
Alone, standing in the middle of the woods, next to the freshly cut tree.
And y'all are gonna say, "Yo, Marvin, you're being misogynistic." Listen, bro, I'm not giving my car keys to no motherfucker. Boy, girl, black, white, I don't give a fuck. You're not getting my keys, bro. I guarantee you're not getting my keys, bro. You're not getting my keys. We're gonna have to walk back over. I'm gonna walk back with you, but I fuck around, bro. I'm for fucking sure you ain't getting my keys. The fuck? And this dumb, it's her own fault because this dumbass bitch forgot the gloves. Oh, bro, I'm getting mad, bro.
It was taking a while, so I sat down on the trunk of the tree and observed my surroundings.
She took off.
Pine trees as far as the eyes can see.
You're done,
which wasn't
bro.
too far anymore, considering it was just about
You're
dark
gonna
now.
freeze out there on some The Shining shit.
I turned on the flashlight I brought with me to make it easier for Tristan to find me again. Other than the sound of the wind and tiny snowflakes hitting the ground, it was completely silent. It was actually a little creepy.
Oh, I would
sitting
have
out
beat
there
her
alone.
ass. Nah, let me tell.
Finally, I heard the sound of boots walking in the snow nearby. I called out in a loud yell Tristan's name and waved my flashlight in that direction.
And it's getting dark. Oh, I would have whooped her ass, bro. I swear to God. I wouldn't have even gave her my keys to begin with, so that wouldn't even have happened. But damn, bro, I would have. Oh,
I
shit.
stopped, however, and there wasn't a response. I thought she must have been trying to sneak up on me, so I figured I'd turn the tables on her. I placed the flashlight on the stump, aimed it out into the woods, and did the best I could to quietly go hide behind a tree to wait for her to come out. I knelt down behind a big pine tree and heard the footsteps coming closer. Finally, someone
I
came
want to
running
punch
into the
this
light
narrator.
of the
Not
flashlight.
Mr. Nightmare, but not Mr. Nightmare. I'm talking about the person that did this whole story. It's got to be a real story, right? It's called True Stories. Bro, I want to punch you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You're pissing me the fuck off, man. You're pissing me off, bro. You're pissing me off right now, bro. You're a complete dumbass. You're a dumbass, motherfucker, man. You're pissing me off, bro. I told y'all, these don't even scare me. They just piss me the fuck off, bro. We're two.
I mean, like full-on charging out. But it wasn't my
We're
girlfriend.
to Pops, man.
Some
You're pissing
random
me
guy
the
in a
fuck
coat with a
off,
hood
bro.
covering his head. He stopped and looked down at the flashlight, grabbed it, then turned it off. And now that it was dark again, I could barely see him. Based on the way he charged up to the flashlight like that, I couldn't imagine he meant well.
Oh, and I would have whooped my
I took one big
girlfriend's
breath
ass,
before
bro.
I
I
started
swear to
sprinting
God,
down the hill
man.
back to the car. It made so much noise that I knew he had to have heard it, but I didn't want to turn around and look. When I got about halfway down the hill, I started hearing screams. They were the screams of Tristan shouting out my name in what sounded like a panic.
Man,
When
I
I
would
got to
have
the
whooped
bottom of
her
the hill,
ass,
I
bro.
started to hear the truck's horn
It's
honking.
all her fault, because her dumbass took
I made
too
it to the
long.
truck and jumped into the driver's seat. Tristan was sitting in the car waiting. She screamed at me to drive, but I didn't need to hear it from her to know to do that.
No shit, man. Oh, I'm off, bro. I'm off, man. What you mean drive, man? Oh, I would have slapped her. I would have slapped her, bro. I would have. Oh, I'm gone, bro. I'm gone. Get me out of here, bro.